Hey guys, Rob here with McDojoLife, and the video you just got done watching was surprisingly not a snuff film. It was, however, a martial arts demonstration in Nepal, and the giant skid mark of a human being who decided to put his student's face right through the middle of some flaming tiles goes by the name of Yamin Darlami Magar. But for the sake of this video, we're just going to call him a far more appropriate name, Sensei Douche Canoe. Now, Sensei Douche Canoe here seems to be the chief instructor of the Shotokan Karate Association of Rupandehi, which he magically was able to teleport to the future to establish, according to their logo, in 2079 somehow. You time-traveling son of a bitch. Currently, he runs a Facebook group that has the same name, but it used to be a Facebook page. That is, until it clearly got hacked, and now all it posts about is crappy Bollywood movies and photos of half-naked women. Me personally, I think it's so much better now that it's been hacked. But I digress. According to his Facebook page, Sensei Douche Canoe seems to work at the Nepal Olympic Committee. But unless he's overseeing some type of sport that involves bashing students' faces through tiles that are set on fire, it doesn't seem like a committee he should be a part of. I went ahead and reached out to that committee along with the Olympics themselves and still have not received an answer yet. But I'm sure after this video comes out, I'll get a response. At the beginning of this breakdown, I showed you a video of him slamming a student's face through tiles that were set on fire, and you would hope that that would be the only time that he's done that type of demonstration. Unfortunately, these types of demonstrations seem to be pretty standard practice for him, and if you thought that first one was bad, this next one is even worse. That's crazy. What I find even crazier is the fact that they actually applauded after that was done. I mean, just look at the face covering after this is done. I'm pretty sure that's blood. And for a video that seems like it belongs more on Al Jazeera than it does on YouTube, just look at how bored everyone is with this display all the way up until it happens. Everyone in the background of this video doesn't seem enthusiastic about this at all. It doesn't shock them. It doesn't seem to bother them. No one's like looking around questioning maybe they shouldn't do this. Hell, even the one guy on his cell phone just kind of took his time getting off the phone like, "Hey Steve, what are you doing?" Just about to watch somebody almost get murdered. I'll call you right back. It makes me wonder how that conversation picked back up later on when they probably met each other again. "Hey man, how was that martial arts demonstration?" "It was pretty boring." "I mean, I've seen some martial arts demonstrations and those are usually pretty fun, so why was it boring?" "I don't know, man. It was just kind of the same old, same old. They took some roofing tiles, stacked them on top of each other, doused them in gasoline, set them on fire, took a student's face, covered it up, and then repeatedly bashed it into the tile until there was blood on the thing, and then they kind of just tossed the kid to the side. You know, just boring stuff." Jesus Christ. Clearly bashing a student's face through flaming tiles just isn't safe and is quite abusive. But, hear me out. Would it be any better if they weren't on fire? Nope, still a dick move. Clearly those demonstrations are very dangerous and no one should do them at all, ever, because they're dumb. Now, all that does is wind up hurting your students. It doesn't show off any martial arts prowess whatsoever. But I found another strange one that he did with his students as well that seemed to be some type of a gender reveal party. Check it out. Did you notice how that particular demonstration did not need to be dangerous at all, but he made it extremely dangerous by having the student hold this pot in front of his face while the other one kicked it, so that way all of the pot fragment and that pink shit would fly into his face and eyeballs, fucking up his LASIK. Another strange thing that stood out to me about Sensei Douche Canoe here was he never actually seems to post videos of technique. Sure, there are videos that he does post, but like 10% of those videos seem to be those types of demonstrations that I've just shown you, and the other 90% seem to be comprised of kids doing splits and kids being flung into the air for some reason. Keep in mind, there doesn't seem to be any videos of he himself flipping or being flipped, and also he doesn't seem to have any formal gymnastics training whatsoever. He just seems to take these kids and whip them into the air with no true care for their safety at all. As I was scrolling through these videos, I thought to myself, it's only a matter of time before I see a video of a kid landing on his face or neck, and I found it.
1, 2, jump!
Normally, this would be where I give him some Dillmans, but I thought about this long and hard. I can't really give him any Dillmans because he doesn't pretend that he has any magic chi voodoo powers. He also doesn't seem to be lying. From what I can tell, he actually is a Shotokan black belt, and his kids do still compete. The ones that are alive, after his training, that is. So the most appropriate grading scale I thought I can give him is douche canoes, and he's gonna get 5 out of 5 douche canoes. He doesn't seem to be showing these kids any actual martial arts. From what I can tell, he just seems to beat the shit out of them and stretch them a lot in hopes that maybe that will make them some type of Bruce Lee of Nepal. But it's not gonna happen that way. Most likely, they're just gonna get severely injured like some of his students clearly already have. I truly hope that the Olympic Committee that he's a part of and the actual Olympics will pay attention to the fact that this guy somehow has worked his way into some type of a committee that he clearly has no reason to be a part of. He's an abusive turd who clearly does not need to teach children because eventually he's going to get them killed, if not injured permanently. That is, if he hasn't already done that. This brings us to the question of the day, brought to you by X Marshall. Be sure to answer the question of the day in the comment sections below, so that way you could be entered for a chance to win a $100 gift voucher that you could use at xmarshall.com. And hey, maybe you don't win, that's okay. You can still use promo code McDojo10 to get 10% off any of your purchases that you can use at xmarshall.com. Before we get to the question of the day today, X Marshall actually has a contest going on that involves grip strength. And they sent me all kinds of things to work on my grip strength. They sent me this guy, which I guess you can individually work on your finger grip strength with. They sent me this thing, which kind of looks like a sex toy, and I guess this also works on your grip strength. They sent me this thing, which also helps work on your grip strength, which is actually kind of difficult to use. And they sent me this grip strength meter. Let's see what mine is. It's weird to hold like this. All right, I'm 41.2. It seems like a 5 on your end, but that's what it is. I posted all the rules over here, so that way if you want to be involved in this contest, you can. Apparently, they're looking for whoever gets the highest score on this machine. If you pick one up from them, of course, you already get a discount through me. You can do that, and that way you can be entered. Just check out the rules over here off to the side. You can be entered for a chance to win some type of special secret prize. They haven't even told me what the prize is going to be, but apparently it's going to be a big deal, so I'd love to see you participate. The question of the day is pretty simple. Seeing as how there is no true standards in martial arts at all, what do you think the minimum qualification should be to become a martial arts instructor? Do you think you should have a degree in teaching? Maybe you should at least have a black belt legitimately in a martial art. Do you think you should have background checks? I gotta know, what do you think the minimum training should be in order to become a martial arts instructor? As always, I'm looking forward to reading your comments in the comment sections below. Thank you all for the likes, comments, shares, subscriptions, memberships. Check out McDojoLife.com. Keep the martial arts legit.
My baby got robbed the other day by degenerate. So she wanted to learn some new form of this self-defense. So she did her research and perused it online and found this dude said he could move shit with his mind. He called himself Seafood Paul Zimmerman. He got a dojo with a strip mall near Cinnabon. Now she spends all day trying to